Are you a teacher looking to migrate to the UK? Or do you know a teacher who is trying to migrate to the UK? Well, you need to tune into this video because I'm going to be sharing some very pertinent information as it relates to becoming a teacher in the United Kingdom. But before I do, what are you waiting on? To subscribe so that you can gain access to more important content that we share on this channel. So on this channel, we talk about everything family, marriage, life in the UK, moving here, what life is like, homeschooling. So if this is content that you are interested in, then please go ahead, like and consider sharing and definitely subscribe to our channel.
ROBDONS, yeah. Subscribe, like, share, and comment, yo, yo. Yeah, let me tell you now. We are the ROBDONS, bringing you blogs from the positivity in you. Check in with us. We'll bring you fun, education, family, marriage clips, yeah, yeah. Stay tuned for the challenges, fame moves and travel. We got your back. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Mr. God got you, yeah. We are the ROBDONS, yo. Like, share, and comment, yeah, yeah. We are the ROBDONS, Mr. Link the link, yo. ROBDONS, ROBDONS. We are the ROBDONS. Whoa, whoa.
All right, now welcome back to our channel. Now, this week we're going to specifically look at how to acquire your QTS, that is your qualified teacher status, even with work that you have done before coming to the United Kingdom. Now, previously, you had to come to the United Kingdom and you had to go through the whole process of becoming qualified as a teacher. All right, but now they have made it much more accessible that people outside of the UK can rate their work outside their body of work and and qualification and use that as leverage to gain a qualified teacher status in the UK. So I'm going to first share with you what the QTS is, what it allows you to do, and which countries can currently apply for the QTS outside of the United Kingdom. All right, so the qualified teacher status, QTS, is the professional status teachers in England gain at the end of their teacher training. Schools use QTS as a measure of teaching skills and experience. So you will find it much easier to get a teaching job in England if you have a QTS. So it's not that you can't get a teaching job, but it's more likely for you to get a job when you have a QTS. If you are a qualified teacher from outside of the UK, you can work as a teacher in England for up to 4 years without a QTS. All right, so up to 4 years. So you have 4 years to get this qualified teacher status. Now, after that, you will need QTS to teach in many schools in England. Although it is not a legal requirement in some types of school, for example, academic schools, free schools, and private schools, yeah, you are going to be expected if you are in most public schools. So depending on where you qualified, the subject you teach, and your qualification, you may be able to use a new professional recognition service to apply for English qualified teacher status. This is good news because when I was coming here, this offer was not on the table. So things are trending in the right direction. Now, you will not have to pay a fee or undergo further training when you apply for QTS. So this is great news. Previously, people had to pay thousands of dollars sometimes in order to gain their QTS. So this is very good news. This is welcome news. However, though, you will have to meet strict requirements. These requirements are mandatory and must be met in full, exactly as set out in the awarding qualified teacher status to overseas teachers. All right, and I'm going to place the link inside of the description so you can go there and read for yourself. It's important to know, though, that getting QTS does not lead to a teaching job or visa. You'll need to apply for these things separately. So just because you have a QTS does not mean you're going to get a job, and it doesn't mean you are automatically going to get a visa. These separate documents that you need, you will have to apply and qualify for them. Okay. Now, if you have a teaching qualification from the following countries and region, you can use the new professional recognition service that we're talking about today to apply for QTS. All right. So let's look what these countries are. One, Australia, Canada, the EEA. All right. We have Hong Kong, we have Jersey, we have New Zealand, North Ireland, Scotland, Switzerland, Ukraine, the USA, all right, are some of the countries. Now, you might be saying, but I am from Jamaica, and I thought this message had Jamaica in mind. Yes and no. Let's look at it. If you have a subject specialism in languages, so that is French, Spanish, English language, yeah, math or science, and a teaching qualification to teach 11 to 16 years old from these countries, then you can also apply. So what are the countries? Dun, 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 dun. Ghana, India, Jamaica, yeah, Nigeria, Singapore, and of course, South Africa. So I'm going to be putting these in the chat so you can review this information. The link, I'm going to be putting the links in the chat so you can review all of this information on your own and, of course, gain access to your QTS. All right. So next, I want to take you through the steps of applying online. Are you ready? All right. Excellent. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do is go to Google, type in apply for qualified teacher status in England, or simply go to the description and click on the link that is in the description. Once you've done that, you're going to click on it. This link will come up. Notice it says apply for qualified teacher status in England. Once you click on it, there will be added information which you can find here. And in your own time, you can read through it to make sure that you are actually qualified. Now, the next task you will be asked to do is to check your eligibility. So you can go ahead and click on here. It will ask you, have you used this service before? If you have, you want to go ahead and click yes. If not, you'll put no. So I am going to treat this as if I have not done it before. So I'll click on no. I'll click here. And this says, in which country are you currently recognized as a teacher? Let's say you are in Jamaica. Maybe you want to go ahead and type Jamaica. Click continue. Your teaching qualification must have been completed in the country where you are recognized as a teacher to be eligible for a QTS. Qualifications gained from other countries should not be included in your application. So if you gain any qualification, let's say you're from Jamaica, you have you're recognized as a teacher in Jamaica, but you did further studies in America. They are saying that they want you to maintain you should be qualified in the country that you should get your qualification in the country that you're qualified to be a teacher. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click on yes. Next question is, do you have a bachelor's degree? Right? Most people looking to come here should have a bachelor's degree. Right? That's an expectation. Go ahead and click that. Are you qualified to teach children age 11 to 16? Yes. So you're going to go ahead and click yes. Now, next thing is, does your teaching qualification certificate of bachelor's degree certificate state that you are qualified to teach one of the following. So that means your degree needs to say explicitly that these are the areas that you are trained. So you're going to look for your subject. So that's if you have math, science, biology, chemistry, physics, French, German, Italian, Japanese, Latin, Mandarin, Russian, and Spanish. Okay, so these are the subjects that you will be considered for this route. They did mention on their website that they are looking to expand to other subjects, but these are the ones that they are looking at now. And the reason for that is that most teachers in these areas have come to the UK and have been very impressive with the training that they have. So I guess the Jamaicans who have come have done a good job. So England feel confident that these people are coming with high quality training and experience. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click yes here. And then it says, how long have you worked as a recognized teacher? No, I think that you need to have a minimum of 2 years, to convince anyone. So I'm going to go ahead with more than 20 months. Now, do you have any sanctions or restrictions on your employment record? Wonderful. Hopefully, you have no poor record, because that's England is going to scrutinize you. Okay. No, you are eligible to apply for teacher status in England. Awesome. So from here, you're going to look at what you will need. So preparing to apply, these are the things you're going to need. You will need to show identity. What will identity look like? So we're looking at the documents that you will need. Passport, but it must not be expired. Birth certificate, national identity card that shows your date of birth and nationality. All right? It must not be expired. Again, proof of qualification. How do you prove? So that's going to be a certificate or a transcript. So your degree and also a transcript that you can get there. Okay. Then you will need to prove proof of English language ability. And I guess that's for specific countries. So let's look. So if you're born or have citizenship of an exempt country, yeah, then that would mean that you do not need this English language requirement. So what are the exempt countries? Antigua and Barbuda, Australia, Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, Canada, Dominica, Grenada, Guyana, Ireland, Jamaica, Malta, New Zealand, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago, and of course, the United States of America. But you must be wondering, how is it that so many countries are included when they are taken from a few countries? Well, that is because you could have citizenship in any of these countries. So yes, you have your training and qualification in Jamaica, but you could also have citizenship in one of these countries. And that way, you would not need to prove your language ability. Okay? So there's lots of other information that you can follow on the site here. I won't go through them, but please do go there and check. All right. Next, you're going to need is proof that you are recognized as a teacher. Now, this might be, see, Jamaica Teaching Council. So that's it. They have it on their site, Jamaica Recognize. Oh, so that's from the Jamaica Teaching Council. So if you haven't registered in Jamaica, you want to get this registration going quick, because they're going to give you a nice certificate that is going to be necessary for this process. Of course, they have also placed the link here for the Jamaica people them, so that you can apply. So let me click on the link and see what it's about. All right. Nice. Okay, so it doesn't actually take you to an actual form, but I guess you have to come here and follow the information to register. All right, so I'm going to go back to the site that we're on. All right, and then now you're going to have to provide proof of work history. So make sure you have a good relationship with your with your principals. I'm sure that they'll need to respond to this for you favorably. So You will need teaching work experience can be gained in any country, but must be from after you qualify as a teacher. So if you're a pre-trained teacher, that does not count. All right. And let's say I was teaching in Jamaica for 2 years and then I moved to the United States to teach there and then to Japan. Oh, yeah, all of that could count. Okay. So now we're going to go to references because you need to prove your work history. So you must provide the names and email addresses of references who can confirm that during your teaching work experience, you, one, worked in the role after becoming qualified as a teacher. So you cannot say that you're qualified in English, but you have never taught English. You taught geography or math. Okay, so it's very important that that you have practice in the area that you are qualified for. Next, you worked in a school that delivers mandatory education. So I don't know about private schools, right? And what is classified here as mandatory, but I'm definitely looking at the public schools. All right, those are the government state-run, state-funded institutions, all right, and they provide mandatory education. So you can't just someone who starts a school and it's not mandatory for students to attend and mandatory for students to do certain work that the government considers to be a part of the national curriculum. Okay. No, you must work, look at this, unsupervised with children age between 5 and 16. So you can't be someone who people had to, watch over because of maybe your reputation or just making sure kids are safe. UK is big on safeguarding, so you want to make sure that's good. And then, of course, we're solely responsible for planning, preparing, and delivering lessons to at least 4 students at a time. Wow, interesting. So most schools in Jamaica have about 30 students in class, and maybe if you're in the top-notch schools, about 25 there. So that would be wonderful. And next, we're solely responsible for assessing and reporting on the progress of those students. So you had to meet with parents, you had to provide data to whether the school through whatever system they require that information, and also you should have been passing on information to head of department, other stakeholders as well. Okay, so from here, again, if you had done degrees in countries that were outside, then you need to make sure that they are certified. All right, so signature, official certification, seal stamp or ID number, contact details, and of course, name. Once you have all of these information, you think you have all of these, then the next step for you is to go into applying for the QTS. This is where you get to type in your email address. And I'm going to assume that once you type your email address here, all that's going to happen is that you're going to get an email requiring you to verify your email address. Once you verify your email address, yes, you are then going to continue the application and you're going to submit all of the documents that we have just been through. All right, so do make sure you take a read through all documents that you actually have and go ahead and apply for your QTS and become a top-notch teacher right here inside of the United Kingdom. All right, so that's all for now, folks. I want to thank you for tuning in to this video. Please do share with another teacher. All right, if you know a teacher, send it to a teacher. If your friend know a teacher, send it to that friend to send it to that teacher. Post it on your social media status so they can know. Information is king. Information teaches wisdom. There are so many people who are so worried today and they don't know how things are going to work out. Share this information with them. And do remember to like and subscribe to our channel. All right. Until next time, I want to say peace out.
We got your back. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. We say God got you. Yeah. We are the ROBDONS. Yo, like, share, and comment. Yeah. Yeah. We are the ROBDONS. The ROBDONS. We say link the link. Yo, ROBDONS.